Hello team, this is your coach coming at you. I wanted to fire a quick update at you guys. I've added something to the site, a small thing that I think is going to add a lot of value to what I'm able to do for you guys as a remote coach. So I wanted to briefly outline that and thought the video might be the best route for that. The heart rate variability stuff is growing at a huge rate, and a lot of you guys are currently using heart rate variability. But the issue that I'm having as a coach is getting all of that data together and being able to kind of pool it and to make decisions real time. I'm getting a lot of that data in dribs and drabs in the form of CSV exports and various kinds of summaries, I guess, from different sites. But in order to use that to better effect and to make better decisions on the basis of that data real time, I wanted to add something that kind of funnels, I guess, that data to me in a quick and efficient manner. So I've added something to the site that I think will really help with that. So I just wanted to quickly go over how to use that, and then obviously if there's any follow-up questions, fire them at me. So when you go to your login screen, you'll see there's now a morning data button, which you can click, and it will take you to this check-in form. And it's basically going to collect that heart rate variability data along with some other just simple questions that I think are a good way to drill into how you're doing and how your general health is and how your general readiness to train is. So real simply, the date should come up straight away when you log in. Your name will automatically come up. If there's any scheduling items that I should know about that are a bit out of the norm, throw them in here. For instance, if you're traveling that day, that might be a good tag that we want to send to the database so that we know how that corresponds with changes in your heart rate variability and changes in your readiness to train. Simple life stress scale. So no stress, no worries. You're sitting on a beach somewhere enjoying the day. Everything under control, feeling good. Average stress, bit more stuff on my plate than usual, and a major crisis. Fairly self-explanatory. Your hours, your sleep hours. So if you're like me, you sleep a lot. Sleep quality. So again, on a scale of 1 to 5, didn't sleep at all, just kind of tossing and turning all night. Restless with a few breaks, you woke up a couple of times normal. Deep, or you passed out and you kind of woke not knowing where you were maybe. Next up, resting heart rate. So for this one, this is that 2-minute test that I outlined in a previous video. So your max value will come from the standing portion of the test, and if you use something like your Garmin for this, then obviously it will give you that data as well. So here's my test from this morning. The average was 54, the max was 74, so I can just plug that into the sheet. Then the heart rate variability value. Now ideally this will be a raw number, but I know a lot of you are using apps, so I added the option here to plug in an app value. If you're using a score from one of those apps, you can do that instead of the RMSSD there. But I like Cubios, so I just pull up my Cubios from this morning, and time domain, my RMSSD was 49, basically 48.8, so I'll plug that in there. Advanced heart rate variability metrics, I'll take whatever you'll give me, but if you're willing to go the extra mile and get SDNN and some of the frequency domain numbers, I'll certainly take those from you as well. So SDNN from Cubios was 52 for me this morning. My LF and HF numbers were 628 and 591. My weight this morning was, this is from my Withings, which I highly recommend grabbing. It will, the Withing scale will automatically push up all your weight and body fat numbers to your Withings account, so you don't have to record anything. 178.8 and 26.9 in pounds, not kilograms. Thank you very much. And then a couple of just general questions as to how you're feeling. It's some normal get her done kind of day, but the options there: good energy, motivated to train, fresh and tapered, let me at it. Or if you're exhausted and not training, or it's going to be a struggle to get out the door. Your overall mood, so ranging from depressed, case of the blues. We're not talking clinical depression here, just if you're feeling a bit down in the dumps, I would like to know about it. Agitated, anxious, grumpy, prone to fight. I think one of the best indicators of an overtrained athlete can be fights or conflicts with their significant other. So if that's the case, that's a good one to mark there. Normal, average, neither high nor low, just a normal day. Optimistic, calm, generally good mood, or feeling extremely happy, grateful and blessed. One of those days where you're just feeling the love and happy to be alive. Soreness, so normal might be general sort of tightness on waking, but it warms up well, just your average training day. No soreness, soft tissue, feeling good. So even when you roll out last night, you didn't notice anything at all. You didn't cringe at all. Good. Few trigger points in your massage SMR from yesterday or the day past, but that's about it. Overall a bit generally sore, achy, e.g. you roll over at night, you wake up and you feel that something's a little bit off, or you've got that major muscle soreness where things are hurting through the day. You get up off the couch and you know that you did something. Any injuries, so if there's particular specific sites, maybe your left calf is acting up and you want to note that, and the grade of that. So just general tightness upon waking, but you don't notice it during the warm-up. Some tightness that lingers through the session. Some pain that might affect your gait. You might be favouring one side a little bit more during the session. Moderate pain or significant pain and unable to train. And then if there's any additional notes that you want to make there, I'll certainly take those. So when you click submit, a couple of things are going to happen. First of all, it's going to ping to my email and I'll get a copy of this report. So assuming that I'm up and awake, I'll get some real-time feedback on how you're doing that day. If I'm not up and awake, my digital clone here will give you some advice. And for me, my RMSSD was on the high end of normal today, so that number likely a good day for a key main set. So it just gives you a little bit of a heads up of some on-the-fly alterations that you might want to make to the day's training. And certainly sets up a discussion that we can have via email if there's questions that you might have about whether you should train today. The third thing that happens when you fill out that report is it sends the data to the rest of the site, so we can start to look at things like how your RMSSD is comparing with some of the performance management metrics. So when TSB is really low, we can look at how that's affecting your heart rate variability and start to tie it in with things like when you get sick and when you're run down, and we can use that proactively and make sure that we don't take your TSB that low in future blocks. So in summary, I think it took me maybe 10 minutes to do this whole little presentation, and obviously I was talking and outlining throughout, so it might be 3 or 4 minutes every morning to get this done, and I think it's definitely 3 or 4 minutes well spent in terms of keeping an eye on you guys and making sure that we're not pushing too hard, and pushing you into overtraining, whether that means stopping you from getting sick, stopping you from getting injured, or even making sure that you're really getting the most out of what you're putting in. And there's been a few recent studies that have looked at that relationship, and I think it's definitely something worth paying attention to. When those HRV numbers are low, you're likely not getting the most benefit from particularly the hard training. So it's something that's worth paying attention to and being a little bit flexible with. So anyhow, lots of benefits that I see to you guys. I'm certainly open to feedback and questions, and if you see things that should be added or changed, definitely fire them at me. Hope all is well in your respective corners of the world, and I hope to chat with you guys soon. Thank you very much. Bye.